All right, XRP family, we are coming live from the streets of Vancouver. What brings us up to Vancouver? Well, we had to go have a tea party. God bless my wife. She booked us for a tea party. It was supposed to be down in the States, and apparently we were off on the dates. It was on June 29th, not July 29th. And so her and my daughter had already dressed up in their princess outfits and full get-ups, and so what did we decide to do? Well, we decided to go find a tea house. So we are up at the Neverland Tea Salon here in Vancouver, BC today. And I am out taking a stroll with my son, who did not last very long at the tea party. So me and the boy are out walking the streets here. Just taking a look at the markets though. XRP back down to 310 today. What's happening right now is the market makers are suckering everybody out of XRP, getting folks to go short, getting folks to sell off their position. And this is going to be a mistake before the next leg higher on XRP and the broader crypto market. The market's coming down into a major bullish catalyst, which is the president's working group releasing their report on digital assets. A little bit breezy this way, so I'm actually going to turn around. I'm actually really excited about this because normally we get the buy the rumor, sell the news activity leading up to these events, and markets are coming down. Obviously, the Fed is going to make their interest rate decision tomorrow as well. Not expecting any rate cuts or changes on the interest rates. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the market reacts to the working group report tomorrow, where XRP will be mentioned most certainly. It's just a matter of, how bullish is the report going to be on XRP and other digital currencies as well. I'm sure the Bitcoin maxis won't like it because it's not going to be just the Bitcoin strategic reserve. They're going to be talking about some other cryptos as well. But what happens is we pump faster than people expected, all the way up to $3.60, brand new all-time high. And then they liquidate everybody going long by hitting that chart back below $3 very briefly. And then while we consolidate and then start to bleed out slowly back down towards $3, it gets folks to lose faith. It gets folks to go short. And this is what the market makers do before we go into our next leg higher. And I still am staying firm to $7 to $15 XRP by September 7th. In this morning's update, I broke down the math on, I'm just going to mention 100. I'm not going to mention the higher price, but we talked about $100 XRP and what we would need to see in inflows to get there. Conservatively, I think it's 50 to 100 billion in net inflows into XRP to reach $100. Very doable. We're seeing that's already been achieved in the Bitcoin spot ETFs already. And then this is breaking news within the last hour. Paul Atkins, SEC, they come out and they're actually going to allow in-kind redemption on the spot ETFs for Bitcoin and Ethereum. So that means that you can cash in, well, not cash in, actually, basically pull out the actual crypto from the spot ETF. So you'd be able to pull out Bitcoin paid in kind is what it's called, Bitcoin and Ethereum. So if you thought that they couldn't give Ethereum and Bitcoin any more of a unfair advantage, they did today, right? And my son wants to keep walking. And so, yes, they went ahead and they gave Bitcoin and Ethereum in-kind redemptions while we still don't have XRP or Solana ETFs. In fact, yesterday they delayed the Grayscale spot ETF for Solana as well. So I don't know why it's only the XRP community that's raising the alarm about this unfair advantage for Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's like the rest of the crypto space doesn't even understand what's going on. They're focused on memes and distracted, and I think a lot of people holding bags that they're looking to offload. And if they want to get some exit liquidity, they should be hoping and praying and fighting to get those spot ETFs, because that's where the exit liquidity is coming in for the Bitcoin holders and for those in Ethereum. That's why Ethereum's struggling to break up to a new all-time high right now. And that's why the setup on XRP is so beautiful, is that it's already going to a new all-time high before the spot ETFs go. And this will make the multiplier on those inflows into the XRP ETF even more dramatic. So in my assumptions, I'm using market cap multipliers anywhere from 50x to be very conservative, all the way to 100 and 500x. And so if they go live, here in Q3, which they will, 100% going to go live in Q3, and the inflows are going to be so aggressive because there was so much suppression leading up to the spot ETF approval. So when everybody can finally get access, they're all going to rush in, and I'm expecting the multiplier to be well over 100 on the first few weeks, and easily 20 to 30 bucks. So we will keep you guys up to date on that. Once again, everything is at the website, zachrector.com. I appreciate your support. Let's watch the daily close. Don't let them fake you out. Little short-term pullback and manipulation. XRP's bull run is not over, and even if you do, it's just another blessing. If you are able to scoop up some XRP back below $3, not gonna last long. Get your orders placed. And I just gotta say, I gotta plug Caleb and Brown real quick before we exit out of this video, because their service has been incredible. And if you're moving big money around, you should really consider their services and their business. Obviously just acquired by the largest exchange out of Australia, but just got on the phone with Jim while he was on vacation. He's still working, and we were able to talk with him about some of the recent developments in the space. And they are ready with more liquidity partners, institutional grade custody, bankruptcy remote protection, and the institutional grade custody is free, I should mention, with transparent fees, no withdrawal limits, and no withdrawal fees. So I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I've been sending them my XRP. I haven't been sending XRP to any other platforms besides Caleb and Brown, and that's XRP that I plan on cashing out. You need partners in this space to help you execute your game plan. That's what it comes down to. And I'm not finding anybody that provides a higher level of service with free institutional grade custody. Nobody else is doing this. So with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. On the way out, if you could like this video, help us out by sharing it out far and wide, and we will see you guys in the next one. God bless you all.